Hello there, thanks for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. And good golly, Miss Molly, it's Little Richard. Wow, what a classic mid-50s cardboard boxing style concert poster and advertising window card. And it's for rock and roll royalty. Little Richard Penniman. Oh my goodness, what just a great, look at that. It's just such a killer marketing material, isn't it? Just straight ahead, in your face, bright red, 6 great song titles, smiling face, and oh my, look at that hair. Can you imagine the tongue clacking in 1957? I mean, you know, rock and roll was a new thing, and when you put a window card like this in a store on the sidewalk, everybody walked by and saw it, so everybody probably over the age of 20, or certainly 25, this would be, you know, rip-roaringly, scandalous or outrageous. And can you imagine if something like this is in a window in, you know, a small town for, you know, a month or something, all the talk. Just take this poster. How many people stood in front of this poster and just talked about, look at that, Martha, look at that hair, oh my goodness, or whatever they said, you know. This is that's a great part of this hobby and collecting old stuff is just, you know, what happened to these pieces, and oh, if these pieces could talk, if they had ears to begin with in the first place, right? So you can credit Tillman out of Oakland, California. I've shown you many Tillmans in the blogs for designing this poster. Tillman, in fact, they really knew a good design when they had one. How about exactly one, here, Little Richard, right? Now exactly 1 year later, Gene Vincent. Talk about knowing a good design when you had it, right? Right down to, yep, 6 song titles, 3 on either side of Gene. So, you know, that's Tillman for you. They'd get a good design, and to their credit, they didn't do too much repeating. They usually move things around. And by the way, this was also in Oregon. This is a year later, Gene Vincent in Coquille, Oregon. But here, on the poster I'm showing you, we've got Salem, Oregon, the state capital, from June 7 of 1957. As you can see, Crystal Garden there across the top in Salem, Oregon, and dancing from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. That was very boilerplate for Tillman, dancing 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. But what, you know, besides, well, there's like, you know, half a dozen things that make this great, but move this in a little bit. Look at those 6 song titles. I just love good song titles on an old concert poster. It just so brings it to life. Top to bottom, left to right, you've got Send Me Some Lovin', number 3 R&B hit for Little Richard. Rip It Up, number 1 R&B hit for Little Richard. Long Tall Sally, another number 1 R&B hit, but it was number 1 for 2 months for Little Richard, and it even snuck into the national top 10 pop charts for Little Richard. So Long Tall Sally, of course, the Beatles covered and everything. And then the knee slapper on the poster, She Gat It. That's supposed to be the Little Richard song, She's Got It. Instead, they put She Gat It. That's just right there, you know, above my finger in case you can't see it. She Gat It. That's pretty funny. Anyway, it was a top 10 hit for a top 10 R&B hit for Little Richard. Then Lucille, the famous Lucille, number 1 R&B, and then finally rounding out the 6, The Girl Can't Help It, top 10 R&B, and the title song of the scandalous Jane Mansfield movie of the 1950s. So, you know, it's great to have, you know, I've seen Little Richard concert posters from the 60s, and they're fun and they're nice, but it's great to have, you know, the concert poster from when the artist was just on fire and just changing the world, or certainly changing music. And that's what Little Richard was doing right now. Up till this point, he had only had one top 10 pop hit, and that was the aforementioned Long Tall Sally. Right after this, going forward, you know, summer of 57 onwards, he would have his next 3 singles all went into the top 10 national pop charts, and those would be Jenny Jenny, You Keep a Knockin', and Good Golly Miss Molly. So I'm surprised I can hold this poster. He was so hot, right? Burn my fingers, wow. So, but as I said, these Tillmans are tour blanks, you know, everything from here down is done ahead of time, and everything from here up is stamped in venue to venue. So how's this? On this Little Richard 57 tour, I've actually got a picture of the poster from the day before, huh? Look at that. Here it is from the preceding night. Get the glare off of there for you. And that's Thursday, June 6th. Of 57 in Portland, Oregon, about 1 hour away. So, you know, I love to collect the posters, and I love to collect the pictures, too, of the posters I don't have or whatever. Nobody can afford them all, so I really like the pictures, too. So I'd love to have like 5 or 10. You know, I'm sure there's plenty more out there of Oregon, Washington State, Northern California and stuff using this exact tour blank template. If you have a picture one, please definitely send it to me. So, As I started the video with, good golly, Miss Molly, this is 50s rock and roll at its best, and this is Tillman concert posters at their best. And in fact, can I say it's just general 50s rock and roll concert posters at their best as well. Look at this. This thing just smokes. This is just fantastic. So, hope you got a kick out of it. Great fun showing you, and thanks a lot for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.